Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everyone who is here today to this auspicious meeting. I want to say a big well done to everybody who played one role or the other in the month of June as our recovery month back from COVID-19. The month of April was a very, very interesting month with many people on lockdown in many places. The realities of that month was a bit shaky. We were able to manage to keep the business alive and afloat and to be able to support distributors irrespective of the locations they were despite the lockdown. One of the things that we did from the lockdown was we ensured that we continued some level of production. Some people continued some level of purchase. At the time of the lockdown, we switched very quickly into the hand sanitizer space as a way of supporting what we're doing. We believe that the hand sanitizer space is a space that has become a new norm that will live with us in society. So we still have products in this category. We're not heavily investing in those directions because we know that things will get lighter or more moderate as time progresses. But we shifted into that personal hygiene space. It was always in the plan, but it was fast-tracked because we saw a challenge, we saw a problem, and we tried to be a part of the solution. And this was something that was good to do, and it worked out very well for our distributors. It worked very well for the company, and it basically was like 60 to 60% or 70% of what we were able to do during the lockdown. So basically, it kept the activity going, and it kept things sustained a bit during that time. Like I always say to you, stockists are very important to the organization. The goal is to grow the number of stockists we have radically to the end of the year. After which we may not need to expand stockists anymore, just consolidate the ones we have, make them strong and make them big, and make them into depots, the ones that will become depots, sub-depots, the one that will become sub-depots in the days to come. I want to say well done to everybody who was able to ride along in those periods till the time that we are in now. So April was somehow, May was better. So even though we're locked down, we're getting to master the lockdown, get to see what we can do, get to see where movements can happen. Lagos was largely locked down, and a good part of the country was, joining that journey as well. But May was better. And then in June, we had a few opportunities to test out of lockdown, our face out of lockdown, and we tried to work at this. And guess what? June was much better as well. And June is the first of a number of records. So I'm going to share with you some of what those exciting records look like, of what some of the things we're able to see in the month of June. But some of the things we're able to see in the month of June, for example, was that in the month of June, I think higher than any month we had before, we had 8 elite stockists. We had 8 people, clock the elite stockist rank. We had, some more than one, and we had some who did one. So we had a number of more people who clocked elite stockists for the first time, and some who breezed into this. And some of them are worthy of celebrating. Some of them had done it before, and then they did it again. Some of them were doing it also for the first time. So this month of June, we had people clock elite stockists. And elite stockists means that with the combination of what they did and what their team did, their total sales. We have what we call personal spend, we have team spend, and we have group spend. And combination of personal spend and team spend equals group spend. And elite stockists is when your group spend is 5 million. And so if you did that twice, that means your group spend was 10 million. If you did that 3 times, it means your group spend was 15 million. And we expect that in the month of July, we'll have a lot more people who will do double, and we have a few people who will do triple as well. If you think that you are one of those people who will break some exciting records in the month of July, just type yes in the comment section and say, yes, I'm going to break some record this month by God's grace. So if you think you're going to make amazing things happen, you can just type yes there. I can see, some people who are new stockists coming on board and saying yes, 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 yes. We're going to do it. Now, of course, stockists are a very valuable place to be. We want more and more people becoming stockists. Stockists, I was just analyzing with someone and I said, guess what? $300 is currently the price of gold. So if you're spending $300, that's gold. There's no reason why anybody who wants to do business seriously should do less than gold. That thing that we call stockists, if you do stockists and gold, add them together, we're still talking about a business that is less than what? We're talking about a business that is less than $700. So, ladies and gentlemen, or what am I saying? Yeah, we're talking about business that is less than $1,000 largely. We're global citizens. I'd like us to operate with this mind frame. To say, look, this is an opportunity and a time for us to take our businesses to the next level. There are a few people I want to see in this meeting today. I've not seen them yet. So if anybody has access to, piggyback on strong tower, you can let strong tower know we need to hear our voice in this meeting. Peace needs to be in this meeting as well. Of course, these people have time differences, and it's Sunday, meaning it's probably sometime in the afternoon where they are. But nonetheless, this is a meeting where we need them to be present as well. So please, let's get them to say, look, in this meeting, you need to be here because we have some exciting things to share, and you need to be part of it as well. So I can also see James Osua in this meeting. I think he needs to be in this meeting as well. Some of these people will read the recording. They will not be very excited about the recording because they will have featured in the meetings as people who needed to play parts. Dr. Oluchi as well. So the number of people I'm not seeing here yet today that need to be here to make an exciting meeting. So let's if we can reach out to them, just tell them, look, this meeting you need to be here so that you can be a part of this meeting. So especially in the month of July, we had people doing a lot better. I can see these yeses. Well done, everyone. And I can see that we're bringing in people are getting more and more stockists in their team. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing, and I think that's that's what the business begins to look like when we are about to do phenomenal things. There's a lot going on in the pipeline as well from the company. I like to encourage everybody that our best days are nearby. Yes, I mean every word of that. It's going to be an amazing time in some of the days to come. Just stay tuned. So we have a few things already in process. We have a few things going on already, and I'd like to encourage everyone to what's going on here. I can't see people's names anymore. There are a few things on the horizon. I'd like to encourage everyone to position well and ensure that it can be a part of the exciting times that are about to happen soon. So exciting times are about to happen soon. It's going to be major, and I want to welcome everybody and say, what, let's put in to everything we can to make this month of July a record-breaking month. Let's form new exciting habits, and let's knock this out of the park. Now, I'll tell you this for free as well. In the course of doing this business, over the time I've done it, we have really only been coasting along. And what am I saying about that? I'm saying we've been coasting along, basically saying we are not doing anywhere near the kind of volumes we ought to be doing. And that's because we are not really driving this business the way it is meant to be driven. And I'll tell you what I mean. So are we selling products? Are people buying? Yes. But much more than any network marketing company that I know and have studied, this is one company where on a monthly basis, we have a lot more happening as monthly repurchase, much more happening as monthly repurchase than the entrance of new distributors. Now, why is that a good thing and why is it a bad thing? Now, the good side of that is we are able to establish the value of the products that we have. So we're already beginning to establish that we have distributors. They're not many, but they see the value of the products. And because of the value on the products, those products are being able to be driven. And that's a beautiful thing because it means that this business can possibly get to a place where on the merit of those who are old customers already, we have a little bit of a subscriber thing going on where people are buying. Somebody told me, I wanted to quit this business, but people keep on demanding from the products from me, so I need to keep buying. Now, that's not a good place to be. That's a terrible place to be as a business person. But guess what? By virtue of the value of the business and the products, people are making demands on people. And because the demands are being made, people are supplying that demand. That means we have a good product. That means we're in a good space as far as the product and the value we're offering is concerned. And that's important to the long-term possibilities of any business. Now, why is it bad? This is bad because in a natural network marketing organization that is driven, the volume of people who are coming on board on a monthly basis should be significant to the volume of sales that's happening by that company. Why? Because everybody is turned on, everybody realizes that the way that the product will really move is not by retail, but the way that the product does move is by the introduction of new people into the business. If we are really driving the business aggressively and getting people signed on, you will realize that the value of the products in your hand become less and less. You are able to allow yourself to use the product more and more to create new channels, more and more to get more people on board. You are focused less and less on retail, because the model of network marketing basically allows the product to move around by word of mouth and allows people to get on board by being distributors, taking the products for themselves within their family, getting other people enlisted in the opportunity to make phenomenal income over the long term. And because the products are good enough to command their own interest, people's monthly repurchase will still go on. But a lot of the activities I'll be doing will be more on silvers, more bronze, silver, gold, platinum, VIP than GMX, the big GMXs. Now, of course, because we are still at a young stage as a company, we are still new. We have companies that have been around for 40 years, 30 years, 28 years. We're 1 year old. We're just a little after one. So it's expected that the product will take more priority and more visibility at this time. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to begin to turn those engines at this time and say, how can we ensure that on a monthly basis, we have thousands of people joining the network, and then on the monthly basis, we're having thousands of people doing their repurchase, and then the business can begin to turn the kind of numbers that will excite your energies and get you excited. We are going to get to those days gradually. But what we want to do at this time is basically ignite, so instead of a car that is being driven by a manual wheel, we want to ignite the force of leverage and get the juices beginning to run so that many of our distributors can form the right habits. And these habits require daily activity. These habits require daily prospecting. These habits require having a name list. These habits require sharing the products in more spaces, getting more people to come into contact with it, and then riding on. Today, we have a product that is a solid immunity booster. We have testimonies within the COVID-19 space. We have a product that is generating testimonials on a daily basis for menstrual pain, for infertility, for arthritis, for diabetes, for high blood pressure, for a variety of things. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something valuable that the world needs. We have testimonies developing in the UK. We have testimonies developing in Canada. We have exciting testimonies in the US. There's no controversy. People know that this is not bitters like any other bitters. This is not in any product category out there. This is sui generis in a class of its own. But ladies and gentlemen, it's an opportunity for us to tune our volume a little bit higher and massively go out in getting new people on board. Now, of course, we're already a training organization. So we only need to ensure that the people that we're bringing on board, we pass them through the process of learning, of growing. Let's not relax on our hours of doing those trainings, and that's corporately as an organization and independently in our teams. And I'm so excited. I'm seeing teams develop. I can see Dr. Fumi Ainon's team, I think Team Success. I can see MI's team, Team Thrive. I can see Yoma's team. Yoma's team is doing massive work. I can see the key leaders that are there, clocking 2-star, clocking and advancing towards 3-star. I can see a few of our teams shaping out that way as well. This business is about team building. It's about leadership. It's about forming a clear vision of where we're going and getting us to go along. And I want to assure you, ladies and gentlemen, there are a few exciting things that are going to come in the days to come. Everybody who is here as a stockist, where we will ultimately love everyone to be, and the opportunities will be tendered in the days to come. We would like everybody to be a part of this company from owning shares in the company as well. So that the idea is, of course, any network marketing business that people are involved in, the normal psyche to drive the business is you must own it. It must be your company. The compensation plan must be yours, because everybody really has a franchise of that company by virtue of their distributorship. Everybody determines success for the company and for themselves by virtue of their membership. But we want to go a little bit deeper than that in Green Monday. We want to ensure that beyond the sense of ownership of I have bought a franchise and I'm driving my franchise, we want people to go deeper in sense of ownership to say, you know what, every aspect of this, I have a stake in it. And we're going to unleash what that is about in the days to come. Stay tuned for it. Many people are already operating and living, with a passion that cannot be equaled if they owned it. And some of those people are there in this meeting. The opportunity this month, we're going to do a lot of celebration, a lot of commendation, and a lot of exciting things are going to come out of our conversation to show people, the value that they've added, how it's appreciated, and what we would like them to be a part of. So I'd like to encourage everyone on this Stockist team, the things you're doing, is being observed. The push that we're driving is being observed. But understand this, we are far from where we have the capacity to be. Now, from here ongoing, we want to be able to establish that before the end of this year, we have a number of Ruby directors. The goal is if we can produce about 4 Ruby directors or thereabout, then we will have a few people that we can make a lot of noise and statements with to drive. And it may be you, it may not be you. But guess what? Whenever any of us achieves a major milestone, it forms a basis for news and excitement for all of us. So even though there's some dimension of competition going on within us, there's a lot more collaboration going with, between us, because we are getting mature. And then I realized that the success of my contemporary, the success of my teammates is actually the success of all of us, because his progress and his news can become the basis for pulling people on board in my organization. Now, I don't know if you've observed, but there's something we are trying to do in getting involved in the network marketing space globally and generally as well. So basically say, we are not in competition with you. We like what you're doing. We're happy for you. We're excited about your progress. We don't want to join your business. We know our business has value. We know we're producing locally. We know we have keen interest in Nigeria. We know that we have value that we will take across to the world. We are passionate about it. And guess what? Unlike many of you who are in things that are coming from out of here to here, what we have is what we can be a part of and what can become big in our lifetime and can become transferable in the days to come. So ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, this is something that we would like everybody to be a part of in exciting ways. And those opportunities are going to be on the table in the days to come. Once it's put together, it will be shared. We're going to have another meeting. We're going to have a few more meetings this month. So we're going to have a meeting this month in the middle of the month to celebrate our milestones for the first layer. We're going to have a meeting towards the end of the month to recognize afresh everybody who achieved any major rank, any progressive rank, from 1-star up, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star by the end of this month. So ladies and gentlemen, exciting times are with us. I want to tell everybody kudos for all the efforts you have put in. Well done for all the work that you have done. It's going to be an amazing season. Now, I'm going to drive this meeting so that we can possibly end it 5 minutes to 8. And then wait in the room so that others who are coming for this meeting can join us as well. So this meeting is open-ended. It's a different link, but we're doing it in such a way that people who are coming for the next meeting will be able to technically join us in this meeting as soon as we end it. So we're going to try to end by 7:55, so that we can begin to wait for others to come in, so that we can also do our bit to do final reminders to remind people as well. So I don't know if all the people that I am expecting to be in this meeting are in this meeting already, or if they are still away. I'm trying to check. Okay, good. So if you're in the meeting and I mention your name, I will promote you and I'll give you an opportunity to share a few thoughts so that people can learn. So, okay, I've seen Strong Tower. Peace. I'm here to see Peace. Somebody can help us remind Peace as well. Maybe she's sleeping. She needs to wake up and be a part of this meeting. I know she slept a little late because there was still a transaction that was done today. There's a very strong drive to say, look, we're going to contend not only in June, but we're going to contend every month till this year ends. So a lot of very beautiful things are happening around the space. So I like us to just quickly have these conversations and get a few things done. So in this month, what we do every month is we like to celebrate people, and as we celebrate them, we want to hear a little bit about what they did to achieve the things that they achieved. So if we have a few of them around, fantastic. And the people that we don't have around, we'll work with those that we have around as well. So today, this month, we had a few people, who did outstanding in this month. So I'll give you the rundown very quickly of our exceptionals in the course of this month for us to celebrate them. So first of all, I'd like to celebrate all of the people that achieved Elite, who are able to work with their teams to achieve Elite status. I'd like to, in no particular order, begin to celebrate them. So please celebrate with me. One person who did Elite in the course of this month. She's not here in this meeting as I cannot see her, but it's a testament to the strength of our team and the activity going on within that team, and probably the support she's providing for them as well. Please help me celebrate Nkem Obianaga. You can just say, put your emoticons there in the window. She was able to be an Elite stockist. She did on her own. She did a At the level of personal effort, there was personal effort to be stockist. Everybody needs to be a stockist before they can be anything else. So they need to do their minimum 250 to qualify to become Eli stockist. And then based on the team activity and the energy driven within the team, we have representation from that team. Bem Bem was able to do Eli stockist. So super, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate Bem Bem and Kem Obianaga. Another person who was able to do Eli stockist in the course of this month as a second month back to back. So this is their second time back to back for making it happen. Please join me in jamming your hands together and celebrating Coach Yoma Victor. Yoma Victor. Yoma Victor. Yoma is also not in this meeting as well. I'm sure he will get to hear. Please help celebrate Yoma Victor. He was able to also do Eli stockist. And these people didn't do Eli stockist by just being on dots. They did above and beyond. So they did their own part, their teams did their part, and they were able to do above and beyond to become stockists. So help me celebrate Coach Yoma. Coach Yoma also made that happen as well. That's kudos to that. And then we also have Double D. Double D also made Eli stockist. Double D is a combination of two teams, technically. Double D was actually a few centimeters away from doing Eli stockist double. Just a little bit away. If they paid a little more attention, they will have done stockist double. It's just 500,000 naira short of double Eli stockist. They will have had 2 slots in Eli stockist. It was good. They did sufficient to take that position, and they achieved Eli stockist there as well. That's not all. We also have this month, I think possibly for the first time, a new Eli stockist that joined the foray as well. Put your hands together for Beulah. Beulah Temitope Akiyemi was also able to make Eli stockist in the course of this month. You can celebrate. It's a demonstration of activity that went on within the team and the things that people did within that organization as well. We have a double, we have an Eli stockist there. So, MI, you can help us celebrate MI. That wasn't all. We also have, as Eli stockist in this month as well, we have Extra Income Club. We have Extra Income Club, Pastor Wale Ojo. Pastor Wale Ojo also made Eli stockist this month. Extra Income Club. That was remarkable. That was good. That was exciting. Please put it up and celebrate, Pastor Wale Ojo. Congratulations. He made it happen. He's made it happen before, and it was on lockdown for a while, but I can see that the lockdown is over. Okay, lockdown is over. And of course, we have also, for the first time, I think the first time I'm seeing her step up the mark and get on there to Eli stockist. Please help me celebrate my very own special, and forgive me if I say I have a favorite. I don't really have a favorite, but she's a favorite person to me. I like her passion and her commitment. She also made Eli stockist this month. Dr. Fumi Aino. Dr. Fumi Aino, please help celebrate Dr. Fumi Aino in the building. I think it's our first time foraying into it, and it was done quite effortlessly and stresslessly because it was just a combination of energies within the team. She did her part, the team did her part, and it ended beautifully. Okay, these are some of the people that made Eli stockist the course of this month, and I think they are worthy of our congratulations. I think it was a remarkable month of all of that happening. So celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Well done, well done, well done. Okay. And then there were people. Okay, on second time. Awesome, awesome, very good. And we hope from here on, we're going to have more. Everybody who has become Eli stockist here now, the challenge is you now need to do double. There are people who have done Eli stockist before. We didn't see their names here. We know their names. We won't mention it this time around, but we're looking forward to celebrating you again and again and again and again. Okay, so we look forward to celebrating again and again. Congratulations, everybody. Somebody says Mother N. Well done. So I think it's beautiful what we're doing. And I think, like I said, we're not in competition against each other. We are in collaboration. And everybody's success becomes success material for everybody else as well. You can use the other person's news. You can share their stories. You can do things with what they have done and say, well done for what you're doing, and those kind of things as well. So this is what is going on and what's happening. So essentially, this is where we have, and then we have a few people who took on the personal challenge. So of course, every month we give a personal challenge and we say to people, you can do 2 million. You can drive 2 million sales personally. And I want to comment about that a bit because the people who do this personally are able to maximize what we call the individual stockist share options. So with individual stockist share options, there's a lot that is possible there. You know, the super stockist is a maximum of 4 shares. You can't get more than 4 shares in super stockist share. The stockist share you can get is almost limitless. You can get 20 personal stockist share. And in the Eli stockist share, it's also limitless. You can get limitless number of Eli stockist shares as well. So it's limitless in stockist share and limitless in Eli stockist share. And get what, ladies and gentlemen, we had people this month who are able to do 8 stockist shares. 8. We have people who are able to do 7 stockist shares. We have people who are able to do 5 stockist shares. We have people who are able to do 4 stockist shares. So we're going to celebrate them as well because these ones, aside of what is happening because their teams are younger, possibly, and apart from what is happening in their organization and their team, they are putting a lot of, they're putting a lot of energy forward individually to drive it. And I want to share with you this month, you can do personal spend of 4 million. And that will give you over 20 stockist shares. Yeah, that is, about over 16. And you can do over 20 stockist shares. That's possible. And it just means what will give you value if it is expended in getting newer and newer people on board on your team. And I want to celebrate these people, and I want to celebrate them particularly because I look at the top lineup. I look at the top lineup of the top 10, of the top 5. Let me look at the lineup of the top 5. And I said that on the top 5, we have 2 people who are not located in Nigeria on that top 5 list. And that excites me. That excites me to say, maybe this is time. It's getting to time when this business will become denominated in dollars. So unfortunately, I can't see peace here yet, but okay, I think maybe she's sleeping. She slept really late. But she's always hounding me. Our people want to see their reward in dollars. When are we going to convert the whole website to dollars and all those kind of things? And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. It's a discussion that we're certainly having to say how can we ensure that all around the world, people can look at it dollar denominated. In Nigeria, we can earn it in dollars and convert it to naira. In America, they can earn it in dollars and convert it to dollars. In everywhere around the world, they can convert it for that value while we still continue to make from Nigeria and move around the world. And what will make it beautiful is when everybody has come on board to be a part of the entire organization as well, so that we're not looking at things for me. What is paying me? What is paying? If it is paying me, it's paying me. If it's paying the company, it's still paying me as well because I'm a part of everything that's available. So today, I would like to celebrate. I will start from, normally when they're doing these competitions, they want to start from runner-ups and take it off from there. But I want to celebrate a number of people who did much more than just 2 shares or just the basic 2 shares or 1 share available in stockist share. People who did from 3 shares and above. And I'll start from the lowest and I'll take it on to the highest. So please help me celebrate this person. Username is this person is one of the distribution legs. And in this business, you're encouraged to have more than 1 leg. So more than 1 leg is very good. We have Pastor Flo as a username for Pastor Wale Ojo. He was able to do 3 shares in the stockist share, and he did a turnover of over 750,000 naira personally. Please help me celebrate Pastor Wale Ojo. And I want to run through this quickly and recognize them along the way as we progress. So that's the person who is like number 11 on this list. So number 11 on this list is Pastor Wale Ojo. Please let me give it up and celebrate Pastor Flo. Username Pastor Flo. And then next in this line, we have Grace Ibironke Adeleye Ibi Adele. She was able to do 755,000 naira, and she was able to do 3 stockist shares as well. She drove the energy to make it happen. I think she's not, she's Grace Ibironke Adeleye. She's not been long in the flow, but she was able to make this happen as well. Please let me celebrate and clap and dance. Thank you, Ebele Alaka. Thank you for doing that. Well done. So I think she did very well. And then we had also at 76G, we had Fomex Ayobami Ajao, username Fomex. Fomex also did 3 shares in the stockist share, and I think that is phenomenal and amazing. And these stockist shares are beautiful. They give you the early stockist shares gives you an abundance of products. So they get a lot of products and they get some cash, but a lot of products as rebate, and they're able to use that to motivate their teams, to drive activity within their team, and I think it's beautiful. We also have John Onumiya. John Onumiya is John TC1Y01. John Onumiya, please help me celebrate John Onumiya. He was able to also achieve 3 shares in this particular poll. 3 shares. John Onumiya, I think that was good. I'm not sure if he's in this meeting here already as well, but I think that was phenomenal and is worthy of celebration. I think that was good. Also, refusing to leave the top 10 slots in contention for what will happen for the quarter. This is the quarter that determines, this is the month that determines what happens in the quarter, the month of July. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him in July as well. I saw a move he made in the course of the week, and I'm sure he was looking at his points for Singapore. I'm sure he was looking at the number of things, and he made a big jump and move forward. He also had 3 shares in this Stockist pool. Help me put it together for Hakim Majakodumi, engineer Hakim Majakodumi. Please let me give it up for him and celebrate with me. Celebrate. Yes, thank you very much. Celebrate. Good. So engineer Akari is still on the ball. He was top 3, top 2 a few months back. Top 3 a few months back. He achieved 2 million some months back, and he's still a contender. He still managed to do 3 Stockist shares. He's doing well, and I think that's beautiful as well. And I like it when people who are new in the business, young in the business, are embracing the network marketing way of life, embracing the industry, and driving phenomenal things. I think it's good. I think it's also somebody. This one also has 3 shares, very close to 4 shares, but 3 shares in this pool, and is gradually building momentum to become elite shortly. And I know that he will. And if you understand some things that he has been around with his work, with his schedule, I think is still phenomenal that he's doing the things that he's doing. Please help me jam your hands together today with 885,000 in personal sales, personal spend. Dr. Diron Onifade. Dr. Diron Onifade is still making a lot of things happen. I'd like you to congratulate him, celebrate him. He's phenomenal. Yeah, Dr. Diron is on the ball, is on fire. Dr. Oni fire. Yes, I can see the fire there. Good. I think, it's remarkable what he's doing. It's been a very interesting season for him, and it's not been a down season. He's been consistent. He's been pushing. He's been active. He's one of those superstars that we have in this business. He's new to the industry, but there are beautiful days ahead for him. And I know that he's going to do phenomenal things. This year, I hope to see him, break 5-star, enter into higher, go to Ruby, if he keeps the momentum up, and we're able to take the fire that wants to drive in this July forward into the future. So celebrate with me, Dr. Leonifadi at 85. And of course, from here on, we have the categories of those who did 4 slots, and above. And yeah, I think it begins to get very interesting as well. And I think you need to celebrate them. They're doing a lot in the space where they are, and it's remarkable. And the first person I'd like to announce today, I hope she's in this meeting. I'm not sure if she is. If she's not, or if she is, she'll get to hear the news, is Dr. Philip Oluchibi. Username Oluchibi. She was able to do over 1 million. And in that over 1 million, she was able to do 4 Stockist share slots. She's actually building a team. She's doing huge volume. She's doing some of the SPs, some of the sales that are not creating much PV value or much value within Stockist, but she's doing a lot. Oluchibi is on fire like that. She's doing amazing stuff. And, she was personal drive and sales within her team. She was able to do over 1 million. She has 4 shares in the Stockist pool, and I think that is amazing. Please help me put that hand together and celebrate. Yes, Dr. Philip, well done. And she, this month, is in 5th position. You know what we're recognizing and doing awards for is top 5. So she's in top 5 position of those who are able to drive personal energy within their teams. Okay. She was able to do beautifully well that way. Congratulations, Dr. Phillips. I'm not sure if she's in the house today, but, we recognize you, we celebrate you. And then, of course, we have in 4th position. And this is like the first time in 4th position. This is the 2nd month of being Stockist. So 2nd month of being Stockist, rising to first 4 positions, I think it is remarkable. And I really would have loved for her to be here, but I think she slept late because she just did another, she did a bulk sales today of gold, of bronze, of all sorts of sign-ups today. And she did it very early. And even though there are about 6 hours behind Nigeria, she was still up till this very morning. Please help me put it together for Vena Peace Her name is Peace Abraham Ajayi. She did 1,035,000. She's all the way from Canada. And I can assure you that thing that is reading as 1,035,000 in Nigeria is actually more than triple that value in Canada, because their own value of GMX RP is about $300. Sorry, their own value of GMX RP is about $200, which is, way more than the value of ours. So they are doing a lot more to get the same value done. We're yet to harmonize the values across nation boundaries. But please help me celebrate Verna Peace. She's Peace, the queen of ginger. Well done. Simply Peace. She's doing it from Canada. And guess what? It's building momentum gradually in Canada. Momentum is building, is strong, is exciting. Just a few months ago, she was all worries and complaints. I don't know the business. I'm doing retail. I don't get it. But now she's getting it and it's going well. And for me, she's a testament to anybody out there who feels, I don't understand this business yet. I don't know how it works. I remember a time when I asked, you know what? You want to do retail? This is the price for retail. Retail is cheaper. You can be doing this retail and be selling it. And then she did a little retail. And then on the day she understood the network, she said, no more retail. And then she began to push the network, build her team, and she's still making profit retail. But guess what? She's building a team, and the team is excited, and they are ready to take on more and more. And they are putting pressure and saying, change our website to dollars. We want to see our dollar value. Okay. Also in the house today, I'd like to celebrate. This person is working in tandem and in collaboration with someone else, within the team. So this is a pair of two people who are doing phenomenal, amazing stuff in partnership and collaboration. Please help me jam your hands together. This person has 5 slots in Stockist share. We have Precious One, Folake Promise Akimbo Boye. Please help me celebrate Folake Promise Akimbo Boye, Precious One. She was able to do this as working within a team, working with a team member. She was able to do this phenomenal numbers. She was able to do 5 shares at 1.25260. 5 shares in the Stockist pool. I think it's amazing. And she did it. She's from Lagos. She's in Lagos. She's collaborating from across the region with someone, and she's doing amazing. And of course, so let me celebrate that. She did very well. She did five pools of this. And then that's in third position. However, in second position, this is also an outlier. This person in second position has come to topple people who had been there before. And I think we're going to be seeing him more and more. I think he's an exciting breath of fresh air, and is about to leave one of the remote parts of Nigeria to go into one of the centers of excellence, or centers of where a lot more can be done. He's actually moving work. His work is moving him to a place where he'll gain more visibility. So if he did this from obscurity, then there's to tell what more he will do when he gets to a place where it is easier for him. So all the way from Bonny Island, where he's operating from today, he was able to achieve 7 Stockist share pools this month with a personal spend of 1.86 million. Please jam your hands together for username Harvester with the name James Osua. James Osua. So James Osua was able to do phenomenal stuff this month. Help me celebrate James Osua. And I understand he's moving from Bonny Island. He's probably heading towards Abuja. So Abuja folk, get ready. Okay, it's amazing. I'm sure if Chinwe Chilaka is here, she's excited and she's saying, yes, that's my guy. Okay, I think he's been in the cooler for long. He decided to move into the Stockist play, and he's moving in big time and making things happen. And I'm sure that this is the lowest he will be. I think from here he will go higher and do better and do bigger. So James Osua is in the top 3 rank this month. In the middle of 2 key achievers across the globe. And of course, we have here in first position, and this is not the first time. This is the second time this is happening within the last few months. She did this in April. She took a little break in May. She's back in June. Please help me celebrate someone who actually went up and above the 2 million mark and was able to do 8 slots and was just 30,000 naira shy of the 9th slot. Please help me jam your hands together for Strong Tower Osayuamen Toyosi Akiyode. She was able to do 2.22 million in personal spend. Our team was able to do some very interesting collaboration value as well. She had 8 shares in the Stockist share. She tops as number 1 for the month of June, and then a key contender for the month of July, and for the quarter of May June, July. Please help me start, help me celebrate, help me applaud Strong Tower. It says Strong Tower, Amazon Unstoppable, well done. So congratulations to her again. We heard her voice in me. And the beautiful thing with Strong Tower as well is that Strong Tower currently resides in America. So she's operating from the US and she's doing everything she's doing, basically coordinating activities happening in Nigeria. And what that tells me is anybody from anywhere in the world can do this business. You can do it where you are, like Vena Peace, or you can do it sitting where you are and coordinating in Nigeria, like Strong Tower, or you can stay in Nigeria and coordinate with somebody abroad, like Precious One, or you can do it in Makurdi while living in Lagos, like Oluchibi, or you can do it from one of the remotest places in Nigeria, in Bonny Island, and be supplying products in Abeokuta, in Abuja, and in Lagos, like James Osua. Ladies and gentlemen, your location is not an excuse. Your physical location is not the reason why you will not succeed in this business. You will succeed if you have vision and you are willing to commit to that vision. So I want to encourage everybody who is here today and say, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is about vision. This is about committing to vision. And this is a time when you really want to be committed to driving visionary, to being visionary. So ladies and gentlemen, it's an exciting time to be. And I want to encourage all of us, this is a good time. So you just need to be clear. This is what I want to achieve. And ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not. There are many things that are attractive on the short term. If you commit energy to this and put time to this and work to build with passion and join our drive, this massive drive we want to do in the month of July, we will break the banks. We will achieve amazing results. We have products that are beautiful. The testimonies are raining in daily. It is amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, if we do this together, there's plenty we can do. Ask yourself, by December 31st this year, what rank will I be? Will I have qualified for Singapore? Will I have qualified for the one after that? What will I have achieved? What rank will I be? Will I qualify for travel? Will I have qualified for the car? Will I be positioning to have 5 stars in my team? Will I be positioning to have Ruby directors in my team? What will be my reality? Cast the vision, and then do not lose momentum. The Bible says, for lack of vision, people perish. I like what NIV says, for lack of vision, people cast off restraint. This is time not to be careless. This is time not to be sloppy. This is time to go for all that is possible and all that can be done. Okay? And I think that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do right away is I'm going to promote every stockist that is in this meeting. I'm going to promote you to panelists, so that by the time we're having the next meeting, you are a panelist, you can speak, I can give you voice, I can have those exchanges, and we can together motivate for the next phase. Okay? And like I said, I'd like to hear a few voices. So I'm going to officially, get our meeting to a close, and then we can begin to air our voices as we wait for other people to join. I can see a few people here. I don't want to be the only one pushing the energy. I would like all of us to give the energy we can give. So I will begin promotion. So if you are a stockist in the house, just raise up your hand. There's a place to say, raise up your hand. Once you raise up your hand, I promote you. Okay, raise up your hand so that I can promote you. Okay, great. In fact, this is a very intelligent class. I can see how we are quickly raising up our hand to get promoted. So I'm promoting you right away, promoting you to panelist. So don't worry, you will see yourself disappear for a while, and then you see yourself appear again. Once you're in the panelist group, just hang in there for us. So what we're doing is basically moving us to panelists, so that when we're having the next meeting, we have all of us there as panelists. I will soon enable you to be able to open your video so that you can be seen. And then, by the time the other meeting comes in, we'll have other people as guests, and then we'll have the stockists and the leaders as panelists, and we can have an interesting and enjoyable conversation. Okay. I don't know if other panelists can join me in promoting other panelists.